Hello and welcome to Planted Nutrition. My name's Luke and I'm a nutritionist. In this video today, I wanted to talk to you about some foods that you can eat that may help to support your mental health. And just to start out this video, I want to mention that mental health is an incredibly complex topic. It's affected by so many different things, and this could be the environment that we've grown up in, previous trauma, and that can have a huge impact on our mental health. But a lot of these things like that we can't control, and there are some great ways to support you through that, such as working with a psychologist or a health professional. But some of the things that we can control are things like our food. The food that we eat can impact our mental health, and there's a lot of ways that it can do this, but I won't get too much into that in this video because it can be a little bit complicated. But there's some things like just the nutrients in our food, getting enough, just adequate nutrition, and also things like our gut health and the way that our gut is connected to our brain through, there's a nerve called the vagus nerve, and we've got our microbiome, which we have literally trillions of bacteria in our gut that produce all sorts of compounds that may help to support our mental health, as well as just communicate with our brain through the vagus nerve. And it can be really empowering to know that the food that we eat can support our mental health. This is just another thing to have in our sort of mental health toolbox. There's a lot of different tools, and this is just another thing that can help to support you. And the cool thing is, recently researchers have really been looking into this connection between the food we eat and our mental health, and there's been some interesting studies that have come out where researchers have helped people to change their diets, and they've greatly improved things like depression. And to keep this really simple in this video, I just want to give you a few foods that you can try that may help to support your mental health, and also just a look at the dietary pattern that was used in these studies so you can get an idea of maybe what a healthy dietary pattern for mental health looks like. And some of the foods that you can try, they're really simple things. You probably know they're good for you already, but here's another reason to try including them in your diet. So things like dark leafy greens, these are things like kale, spinach, Swiss chard, collard greens, even like broccoli. These dark leafy green vegetables contain a lot of compounds that are beneficial for our brain health, and they can help us even with just thinking clearly. There's been some studies that have shown people that regularly ate dark leafy greens had brains that looked like they were almost 10 years younger. And another food that's great for our brain health and can potentially support our mental health are berries. All sorts of berries are really good for us. The compounds that give berries their unique colors are also really beneficial for our health. And so berries are another great food that you could try to support your mental health. They're great to add to, for example, a smoothie, or you could add on top of your breakfast, whatever you have for breakfast. Another one to try, this might be a fun one for some of you, is dark chocolate. There's a study that came out this year actually where researchers looked at people having dark chocolate. So they compared people having no chocolate versus 70% dark chocolate, and then versus 85% dark chocolate. And they found the people that were eating the 85% dark chocolate had improved mood. And the researchers think this was due to the compounds called polyphenols in the chocolate, especially in the darker chocolate, that help feed the beneficial bacteria in our gut that can maybe help to improve our mental health. Another one to look at is just eating a lot of different colored fruits and vegetables. And these different colored fruits and vegetables have heaps of beneficial compounds, not just for our mental health, but for our physical health too. They can help to reduce inflammation in the body and help us just to generally feel better and make sure we're getting a broad intake of essential nutrients that we need to stay healthy in our body and our mind. And relating to that, as well as just making sure we're eating a diverse range of whole plant foods. And this is just a key for our gut health. And this isn't a video about gut health, but gut health is really important, and research is starting to show that the health of our gut may be really impactful for our mental health as well. So eating a diverse range of whole plants like fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes like chickpeas and beans and lentils, and whole grains. They contain fiber that feed these beneficial bacteria in our gut. And then from that fiber, the bacteria change them into compounds that are really beneficial for our health. And another one is just making sure you're getting some good essential fats, and including things like nuts and seeds in your diet, especially things like flax seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds that are high in omega-3s, and also things like avocado and olives, or even like olive oil, that have beneficial fats for us as well. You could also look at supplementing maybe like a algae oil supplement that contains these long chain omega-3 molecules that are needed for our brain health. So there are some simple tips of things that you can eat to support your mental health. And when we're looking at a healthy diet to support mental health, like I talked about in these studies earlier, basically we're talking about a dietary pattern. And the word diet, honestly, it's just been corrupted by this huge wellness industry. But when we're talking about this in the context of this research, a dietary pattern is just the overall balance of the foods that we're eating. And we know from the research that people that are eating more whole food dietary patterns, so less processed foods, the things that come in packages and boxes and are processed, to more whole foods. If you're making a shift in that direction, know that that is going to support your mental health and your physical health. Let's keep it simple, and just know that these are some other tools that you can have to support your mental health alongside all of the other things that are really important too. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to learn more, I have a full in-depth article on this on my website, and we also have an online course. My mum's a psychologist and I work with her. We've created this course called Good Food, Good Mood, which is a deep dive into all of the science, so you get an understanding of, we talked a little bit about gut health and how that affects our mental health, and also other ways food can affect our mental health. And it's really just about cultivating a healthy relationship with food so you can enjoy food and eat in a way to support your mental health. And you also get some great information from my mum, who's a psychologist, to support your mental health with psychological tools as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like to help me out in the algorithm, and hope to see you soon for another video.